I'm glad I checked that message because I just got home. I was like, oh shit, perfect.
Damn. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm healing.
Good,
I'm
good,
healing. How are you? You look
good,
good.
good,
You
good.
look
Just got
good.
out of dialysis, my damn self. So I'm happy. I'm home and shit. I got some food, some pupusas and shit.
Oh, hold
So
on.
I'm
Hold
going
on.
hard in the paint. I'm going hard in the paint with the Savi
Rosie.
food. So yeah, I'm chilling. Happy to talk to you.
I'm very thankful that you took this interview. I'm very happy.
Oh,
And you know,
anything, we family.
yeah, I was gonna say I know you on such like a like I know you, but I don't know you. If that makes sense, like I feel very close to you, even
It
though we
makes
don't.
sense. Yeah. We're from
Yeah,
the
we don't
same
talk every day.
scene. We're from the same scene and we've been seeing each other for 20 years plus, but
It's
we don't always have long conversations.
that part. It's
Because every
always
time we see each other, it's always like in public or even like with Dino or whatever. It was always like, we don't haven't had like a good convo. So this is it right here.
it's been a minute. I mentioned this to you before. I don't know if you remember this, but it was like 1998 or something like that. And you were at a bus stop on La Brea and Rodeo. Well, they call it what is Obama
Sounds
Boulevard.
right. Sounds right. Yeah.
And I was driving down La Brea and I was just like, I know that brother. And then
Mhm.
I was like, hey, bro, because I've seen you since the good life, but I didn't know you. You know what I mean? I just knew you were a
Yeah,
rapper
yeah,
just like
yeah.
me or whatever. And I was like, do you want to ride, bro? And he was like, yeah, I got this very important meeting I got to get to. And I took you. And I took
Mhm.
you way to like Century City.
Yeah, that sounds that's man, what a blessing. That
And
sounds that sounds
you,
right.
you
Because I
kicked
was
me
always on
down
La
the
Brea.
bus.
I lived on La Brea for 20 something years. So yeah, I was always on La Brea and people were always picking me up. I would say two or three out of every 10 times I went to the bus stop, somebody picked me up. Like at least two or three times, I swear. Yeah.
It was an honor.
Always.
Honor.
I was
I,
a,
I just,
that's how lucky I am. That's how lucky I am with the city that literally two or three times out of every 10 times that I rolled the bus, somebody would roll me.
you're the people's
Or
champ.
you'd be on the bus and there'd be like Fat Lip on the La Brea bus,
The 105.
Voodoo,
All of us, we all caught that 105 that went through the J's.
Pigeon John. Yeah, oh
Oh,
yeah.
Rod.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah,
everybody.
yeah. I
Auntie
would
O
always
Rod.
see
There'd be a whole bunch of like rappers and break dancers and graph artists all on the
Snake
105.
Snake Doctor. Remember
Definitely.
him?
Of
Yep.
course.
I always see Snake Doctor. I used to see Voodoo, Fat
Definitely.
Lip. Yeah, oh yeah, Pigeon John, all kind of cats. We'd always be on the La Brea bus.
Do you remember he's famous. What's his name? He's with Dr. Dre now. He changed his name. Oh my God. Anderson
Come
Paak.
on.
Anderson
Oh
Paak.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, we knew him
Oh,
as
I
Breezy.
I didn't really know him as Breezy Lovejoy. I got into him mad late. I
Okay.
heard Breezy Lovejoy, but I didn't really pay attention. But once I heard Anderson Paak, I was like, damn, this fool's dope. I heard a song he did with Dumbfounded, and I was
Oh,
like, damn, this dude is dope. I was like, damn, this guy got choruses, melodies. That
and
fool
he's a
can rap.
drummer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got into him late. I didn't know him.
Okay.
I know he's from Oxnard, and the dudes from Oxnard that I knew, the underground rappers I knew from Oxnard were called Leadership, and
Okay.
they were like the rap group from the '90s out there. And of course, Madlib and the Loop Pack, and all those brothers. Like that's like Oxnard has a Madlib, Ono, Kazi, Can
Shout out.
Kid,
Shout
yeah,
out.
okay, Med and all them cats. You know what I mean? So it's like we knew all them dudes, but yeah, I didn't know him at all. But yeah, I'm a big ass fan. I literally buy his music. That guy fucking kicks ass.
He may not remember me, but I remember him. And I remember him at the blow. And I remember,
Oh, he was
man,
at the blood. I didn't even know.
once or twice. I know that there was some kind of social event. Everything's kind of a blur, after a minute. But I just
Yeah.
remember when I had a Suzuki Samurai. That's what I picked you up in. It was a Suzuki Samurai. My
That's
mother gave
funny.
me that. Um, it was him and I don't even remember the other rappers. I think it was some brothers from the 2000 Crows, and it was some brothers from what's that group? Otherwise was with Black Forest.
Yeah, yeah, Black Forest. Yeah, I love
I
those
see
dudes.
them on the bus stop. I'd be like, "Fruit, fruit, where y'all go? Where y'all want to go?" And I just drop people off and pick people up, whatever. But I remember
Yeah,
him.
dude, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. That's love. I mean, that's the scene though. Like I would do the same. I mean,
Lance
you know how
too.
many nights I would take. You know how many nights I would take. I lived on La Brea, right? So I lived on La Brea before I lived in Baldwin Hills, but I used to live on La Brea in Washington. And every time I went to the Good Life, I ended up taking the East Side Bastards home to like Watts and Compton all the time. And I was like, dude, I don't even live in this direction and shit. So you
That's
know what I mean? So we all paid our dues in the crew because I used to have to take fools home as having it being eight. I was 19 at the life with a car, so I would fucking be taking the bastards home. I'd be like, dude, I don't even go to Watts for myself. So trust me, I used to take fools around too all the time and shit.
and you know why I did that? Because okay, let me think. Oh yeah, there was another couple of kids I used to you know what? I did that because when I didn't have a car and when I was going to like Cal State Long Beach or whatever, I didn't like when I would ride like two buses and a train to go to like the Good Life or the Blow go to the
Oh,
Blow.
oh, okay.
Shout out JMD. JMD, he's the drummer. You know, y'all know
Yeah,
he's the drummer.
Underground Railroad. Yeah.
Yes, he and his wife used to just let me crash till the morning, or I crash at Medusa's house,
See, that's dope.
or
Yeah.
like okay, here's the another one. Like when I was doing Snoop Dogg's video, it's a doggy dog world, whatever. I had met the twins and I had met Warren G on the set of that, and he gave me a ride home. Like that's just the
But that's how
community.
we are. That's LA, you know. That's LA. I mean, that was a time when we would do that for each other. I barely knew the bastards, and I'd be like, "Give me a ride home" and shit, and I'd be like, "All right,"
We didn't even have
you
to
know what I
know
mean?
each other as long as we saw each other.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like we would be like, you don't like. I really legit, like for years, would be on the bus stop, and I would go to the bus stop being like, "There's a 30% chance I'm gonna get a ride." And I would
Yeah,
just be at the bus stop and waiting for the bus, and then like there's times where fool will roll up on me, and I'd be like, nah, I don't need a ride because like the bus would be coming, or like I'm only going short way and shit. But yeah, I was always, man, that's LA, man. We always, I mean, dude, I used to pick up Flacco 777. I would pick up anybody's ass. I would be in. I see motherfuckers on Melrose like, yo, 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 let me get a, like we were just all like that,
yeah. If you
all
had
of
a
us, all
car,
the time.
can you see the
Yeah.
comments right here? That's what family do. Shout out Nancy Johnson. Shout
Word.
out
Shout out.
Bill
No. Oh no, I'm
Blair.
like Mr. Magoo. I can't see it. Damn, you got to tell me
Oh,
what the comments and shit. But yeah, fucking yeah, we were, the that's part of this family that we were all like just a giant loose knit that's why the anniversary coming up is like, man, there's been a couple years where I couldn't make it. And even now, man, I was like, I'm on, I know how to maneuver now. So it's like now I know I'm gonna go because I take somebody with like Life Rex all with me to roll with me and like guide me and shit. But yeah, I even hated the couple years that I missed the anniversary because I always wanted to go, but there was times where I was straight up in the hospital or caught up and shit. So I'm excited to go this year.
I'm very happy to talk to you, and I'm thankful that you were willing to take this interview and stuff. Um,
Dude, say you had all you had to do is ask. We're family, like I said, dude. Like it hasn't. I've known you for so long, and we're all part of this giant community. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then it's important. It's important to document these things now.
that's
We,
how I feel. Yeah, because
it's really important.
we're all getting older, and like,
Yeah, Treyloke was here. Treyloke from CV was here like 2 days ago for like a couple hours. We just got some food and we're chopping it up. And I was like, dude, all that footage, bro, that we lost, all that footage that we had, all the I was telling him, I used to be telling Fish, like, yo, let me borrow this, let me dub this video cassette you have of like the life where he would have like you'd see like it would be like a camera panning the good life, and you would see like a young ass exhibit up against the wall, like
right,
up against the wall, and you bus driver at 14 and shit. And I would
yeah,
always be like, yo, I got a dubber, I got a VHS dubber, let me dub it. And it's like we couldn't, like it's like we were just so irresponsible with our footage because we're living in the moment. So we
right,
weren't, when you're living in the moment, think about it. If we knew what we knew then, all the good life, every session would be digitally recorded and it'd be a movie and we'd all fucking, to the fullest, have all of our a lot of more respect and things and shit. But that's why it's our job now to do that now. You know,
Yeah, and that's why I appreciate that Coolio did that interview with me last year. I had that same feeling.
I
Like
love Julio.
I know we were getting old. He's a, like he's not my elder per se. I mean, we was in the same age range a little bit, but let me not be shy about that. Yeah, that's
But
a
he's
it's
an
a
OG,
blessing,
man. Oh, I love Coolio. I was sad as fuck when he died. WC and the Mad Circle, Ain't a
Shout out.
Damn Thing Changed album, that album, that WC and the Mad Circle Ain't a Damn Thing Changed album.
Mhm.
Coolio had bars on that
Yeah,
record.
yeah, he did. He really
There's a
did.
lot of people that don't think that maybe thought Coolio was pop and
Mhm.
maybe not a fan. And I was like, dude, you never heard WC in the Mad Circle? That was his underground shit.
And
He was
he
hard.
really he respected him.
County Line was dope.
He considered himself an underground artist,
Yeah,
even though
oh
he
yeah, dude. County
got
Line,
famous.
Mad as you know who. I mean, I'm a fan. I was a fan. So I was, I know what happened with that fucking with him and DK Tunes with the stealing of the jam and all that. So I
You
know
know
that
what?
vibe and shit. That's a whole nother story and shit
You
that I don't
know
know
what?
nothing about.
I do. Look, I remember when DK Toon, shout out DK, much love.
Hmm.
Um, I used to go visit all the different crews. I used to go visit, like, say, 2000 Crows. I go visit
Yeah,
Zagu and Nyerb and all them, and then I go visit Fat Jack and Abstract Rude and DK Toon, because they kind of lived together at one place. And then I
yeah,
go visit Satch and Yusef. Shout out Satch, Lance. Because
yep. Rest in peace,
I
Yusef. I
did a
used to hang
song.
out with them too.
Yeah, and because I knew was something special and important about these cats. And I wanted to be in their space and like vibe with them and stuff. No funny business, no sex, nothing. I'm just truly a fan of the art,
Oh
you know.
yeah, you've always. I mean, you've always. I'll tell you this about you from what I know. I mean, you and various other women there at the Life and the Good Life and the Blowed. I mean, just we had nothing but respect because you carry yourself as such.
And I always wore
And so,
baggy
and so
stuff.
that, but it was always you carried yourself, but y'all carried yourselves correctly. So we were treated. You got treated correctly as you carried yourself correctly.
Yes, sir. Shout
So
out.
that's how it was. For real.
And you
That's
know
for
what?
real.
Hey, you know what? I carried VHS tapes, man, until me and Volume 10, Dino, we moved to Las Vegas and I had to go to work and he moved the last bits of stuff in. I still had the audio tapes of me and Skilo performing at the Good Life, man.
Well, see,
And
all of that needs to get digitized and just
he
thrown
threw
on
it away.
YouTube.
He threw it away.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot
Why
of
would
that,
you throw my tapes away?
dude. I lost the storage. Let me tell you something. I lost the storage. I lost the whole storage, and I was like, dude, I lost all my pictures. I lost who knows what the fuck I lost. I
Oh
lost
my God.
toys, all kind of family heirlooms and shit. I've
Pictures.
lost my storage before, so I've gone on tour and came back and got evicted from a place one time, and all my shit got thrown out.
I lived with this stupid ass girl in Georgia for a minute and she threw
Mhm.
all my music and
Yeah,
my
yeah.
poetry.
We gotta, yeah, yeah. Let's not even go there. I'm telling you.
I'm still sick about that.
Me and Trey Loke talked about that.
Shout out.
I was
Philo.
telling Trey, I was like, dude, CVE one time gave me, and I have them. I still have them. I hold them with pride. I literally somewhere. I think Deesky has them. I think Deesky's holding them for me. From what I know, I think Deesky's holding them for me. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think so. Deesky should be holding like 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 these DATs from CVE. I probably have like 10 CVE DATs with who knows what on it. And let me
Yeah.
tell you, those DATs, literally, I'm not joking. They had like for you to make them work, you gotta like open them and put them in another container because
Right.
they had like honey spilled on them or some shit. Like I'm just saying, we never took care of our heirlooms like that. So
And that's why I was reaching out to Coolio actually. And for days, my energy was like, call Coolio, call Coolio. And then I finally called him the day he died. Right.
oh
I
wow.
was calling
Yeah.
him because I was trying to get my old music, man. I did a lot of music under his watch. He was my manager, you know what I mean? So he did
Oh
a lot
man,
of
that's
studio
crazy.
time. And I did some dope songs with this cat named Paul. Paul Cruz. Shout out Paul. He flew Paul out for me. Like he flew him out from New Bedford, Massachusetts to do my demo.
Oh, dope, dope, dope. Yeah. No, I was a fan. I don't even think I ever met Coolio. I was just a fan though. I was definitely a fan of Ain't a Damn Thing Changed was one of my favorite records. So like, I mean, all his solos. I love County Line. County Line was my shit too. But
That it
Ain't
is.
a Damn Thing Changed was like so. Like to me,
Anything can
that
change.
record was that record was to me as good as America's Most Wanted by Ice Cube. It was like as intricately, incredibly produced and shit. That shit was dope. I
Funny you
still bump
mentioned
that shit.
them. Okay, so real quick, because I want to mention that Ice Cube
Yeah,
situation, but with the DK Tune thing, you know what? I remember that's what I'm saying. I used to go visit these cats, and Tune played me his version of that sample with Stevie
yeah,
Wonder.
yeah. Being solo is solo. Yeah.
Yes. And so when Coolio came out with Gangsta's Paradise, I came back around and I remember DK was like, "You gave him the sample or you gave him the idea." And I was like, "I would never. I didn't. It wasn't me, but people were in the
No, the sample
like,
was
"Oh
Stevie
my God, I
Wonder.
do
So
it."
yeah, yeah.
But it was LV.
Yeah,
LV.
yeah. Well, what I was gonna say is this. Look. I don't know the situation, but
That was
and you can't blame him. Well, you can't blame someone. A Stevie Wonder sample, anybody can flip that. But the song has two or three little references that are straight from DK. That's why we that's why whether LV or whoever, however else it happened. I can't speak on shit
it.
I don't
It
know.
wasn't me though. And
Oh,
I
I'm
was
sure it wasn't,
like,
but I'm just saying that I know that there was enough there lyric wise to be like, yo, it's say like,
and he
Gangsta's
told me,
Paradise and all this shit like
Julio
that.
told me that I was his muse for that song too. Like he borrowed from my style of poetry. So he definitely
Wow.
was influenced by the good life
Well, that's crazy.
indirectly.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
well,
there
rest in power to him, bro. I'm a big fan. I
yes,
still play his shit.
he was
I
an
still
awesome
play his shit. I got him in a hip hop. I got this big on Spotify. I got this like 700 song hip hop. It's like called classic hip hop, and it's like 700 songs, and I got all his shit in there, man. So it's like every now and then, every couple hours, every fucking 4 or 5 days, one of his jams pops up in my shit.
Hey, let me ask you something. Okay, hey, so audience, I haven't talked to you since we actually called you. We were gonna come see you
Mm-hmm.
during this
Yeah.
Corona stuff, and you were very sick. You
Oh
know,
hell yeah. Oh yeah, it was bad. Yeah.
you were like, "Oh my god,
Well,
I
not
think
because of the corona, but I got out of the hospital right before corona. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I literally got out the hospital right when
2019."
when the virus hit, so I got lucky there. But
But
yeah, it
you
was
know,
black though.
I want to give you I don't know if Dino Volume 10. I don't know if Volume 10 told you, but he gave you a shout out on his song on the subliminal. That song we did called Heavenly
No,
in
I
his
haven't.
verse.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I just want to tell you because he may never tell you, and I just want you to
Oh,
know.
I got him in like three or four of my last songs. I
He
got.
yells,
Oh yeah. I.
Alejandro. That's for
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh nice. He's on my. He's on. Oh, I got him on. I got him on a couple. I mean, I got him on this one song. It's called "Hype." What you know about? That's got Prince Poe. That was on one of
Shout
my
out.
records. And then I got him on another one where um I'm on some old volume oh it's like something 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 like a some old volume 10 shit. I could say that because me and him are friends and shit. Like I say that shit.
Okay.
I'll send you a cut. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called
Play a little piece of Heavenly so you can hear it and
I
stuff too.
will. I'll put it up. Yeah, for sure. Tell him I said what up.
For sure. For sure.
But yeah,
Yeah, man. But back to you for real. Like, I'm so thankful that you're still walking around here and able to bust and still do your thizzle. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I
No,
remember you and your partner. Are y'all still partners?
yeah, I mean, we're not. I mean, we actually just played one song together at the Psycho Realm 25th anniversary a couple weeks ago. We in honor of Psycho Realm, we did one song. But I
Okay.
mean, me and Danny are more like everyday friends. Like we just talk every day, all day, but we don't make any music together. We ain't
Okay.
made music together in a long time. But I mean, we're always OMD. I mean, we're more brothers. We're more brothers than friends. We Danny has like I've got like 15 albums that he's not on, and he's probably got like five or six. You know what I mean? Like we don't make music anymore. We both are both like if you listen to OMD, it's like every song was like two different perspectives on every
Mm-hmm.
topic. So which would made it cool, but like yeah, you can't do that for hundreds of times and shit.
And how do you
We're
pronounce
like,
his name? Zolo. I could never.
oh, Cholo Lancinco, like the word cholo, like a cholo,
Solo.
and then lan. I don't know
Lan.
what lan means, but lan like LAN, and then
Uh-huh.
cinco means five, like the fifth son. So cholo
Cholo.
lan cinco is like the son, like the son of the
Yo,
warrior of the
it's,
fifth
let
son.
me show the kids how it's spelled. XO. It's like XO.
XOLOLANXINXO. It's like you take all the cholo lan
CO.
cinco. You take all the like C's and turn them into X's.
That was brilliant. I just
Yeah,
loved y'all, man. Yeah, that was a
yeah. And
great name.
in
Super
fact, I got a little nugget for y'all, for your fans out there. If there's people
shout
tuning into this.
out.
The
Shout out.
kid, if you ever watched the show, what is that stupid show on Netflix that was big, like the biggest show a couple years ago? Karate Kid, the Karate Kid,
Of course.
the Netflix show. So the
Hmm.
main kid in that show, David, well, the kid that plays the main kid, the Mexican kid, his name is Cholo. He's named after Danny.
Wow.
He's the son of Carmelita Sanchez from the Wake Up Show,
I
the
remember
producer of the Wake Up
Carmelita.
Show.
I,
Carmelita Crumb, yeah.
yeah, I
And she,
remember.
but I'm saying like that's her son, but he's named after Danny Cholo. Like
That's
she
so
saw,
dope.
she saw that the way he spelled his name and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna name my son like that."
That's super dope. Super
So
dope.
it's crazy to see that kid being like, that kid's about to be like a Marvel. He's like a list actor and shit. And so it's
Mm.
dope to see like a dude like that, like, oh man, that dude, it's like he's named after Danny. That shit's funny.
And then second generation, a lot of our children are getting in the game.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah. I mean, you know what? I mean, it's not over for people like us just because we're older. Like, look at Freestyle Fellowship getting blessed with a Grammy nomination,
ooh,
and all these kind of things that like there's always, as now in the digital world. And this is what I'll tell people out there listening, dude. If you think that you're making music or you're making art and you feel like you're not being appreciated, it doesn't matter right now. Just keep making it and put it up and control it and own it. Just put it on your own channel, dude. There could be a time where your shit that becomes the gold mine that takes care of you later.
straight
Just,
up.
just keep
Straight
working
up.
on this shit. Yeah, that's how I feel, dude. I'm the luckiest thing that has ever happened to me. Let me tell you, we were always the group, Visionaries, and me in particular. I had a deal to Columbia record once. I didn't sign it because it was bad. Visionaries had like about 4 record deals to major labels. We never signed them because they sucked. We at different times in our career, we've had opportunities to sign. I signed one label deal with AWOL, some little label that put out one of my records that I don't own. And let me tell you, the best thing that ever happened to me was never being on a major. I never we always thought like, oh, I guess we're not good enough to be on a major. Oh, I
Right,
guess the contracts are whack.
right.
No, we'll talk about a blessing from God. Being a owner of all except for one record, and even the one record that I don't own, I still bootleg it. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, but I'm
Yeah,
just saying, like, to not, the best thing that it could have ever happened was not be in a major. And even though we always dealing with majors and always like, dude, I used to fucking almost be signed to DreamWorks, almost be signed to the Beastie Boys label,
right.
almost be this, almost that. No, it was perfect because now I own all my shit. I get every fucking month I get paid for all my shit, and we're good. So
Yeah, I wish they paid more though. I wish they
I
paid
mean,
more,
but the time,
especially
it's
artists.
more about, for me, it's more about like in this and that. I mean, I got 27 records. So for me, it's like I'm gonna just keep smashing, and like it's like, I rather get, you know, if I got 50 records, it'll add up, you know what I mean? So
Amazing.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, you just gotta keep
27
making.
records?
Yeah, think
When
about it.
did you
Visionaries has 5 or 6. I've got fucking like 6 or 7 records with other people. I've got 10 to 12 records by myself. I've got all kinds of shit. So
That's
it's
freaking
like,
incredible.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and there's like, so I just take the fact that I own it all, or like at least have the rights to most of it, is good. So
That's
being independent
excellent.
actually worked out.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. I feel like a baby then because I have an EP and I have an album, and now I'm
Well,
working
I
on
we were
something.
we I mean, I had different motivation. I had no choice. I had no choice. I started the moment I could burn a CD or a tape and make $5 off of it. I was like, I'm dedicating my time to
That's
this.
dope. That's the
You know what
business
I
right
mean?
there.
And
Yeah,
there was a lot of downs. Don't get it. You know more than anything. There's a lot of downs. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a
Definitely.
lot of downs. So it was like ups and downs for all of us. All of us had moments in the sun being courted by labels and magazines and TV and all that shit. And then a year later, nobody gives a fuck about you. And then
Wow.
3 years later, and then 3 years later, you might be hot again. And then 2 years later, no one gives a fuck about underground rap, you know. And
Yeah,
then 5 years later, it comes back, and then it's just like
it's true.
it's like anything else, you know.
It's very true. It's very
Yeah.
true. I remember I did have a deal with Boys to Men on the table. Fat Jack helped me put that together. Like the day I was supposed to get my check, bro. I went up to Johnny Cochran's office, you know what I'm saying? And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, get my 20 G's, whatever." They were like, "Oh, no, sorry." And I was like, "What?" And I called Wanye, like, "Yo, what's popping?" And he was like, "Yo, they were signed to Motown, and Motown blocked them from getting their own label through Sony.
Yeah.
And then
Oh yeah. All the time. There was all those kind of things happen all the
punished them.
forever
They put
time.
him on tour for 2 years. And I was like, "Can I just get the check though? Y'all can write that off." He was like, "No, because then you'll be locked in and we think you're too talented to be having you shelved like that and stuff." I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah,
I was
no, but those are stories. Like I said, those are, that's just the par for the
that's
course.
that's there's so
I
many
can sit there
stories
for
like that.
hours. Oh, dude, I could sit here for hours and tell you, name someone giant in the industry that probably try to help us and shit. It doesn't mean that it fucking works. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
you appreciate it. You appreciate it nevertheless.
I love your spirit about that. I had Sister Fela on here previously, and she had mentioned Ava and the Good Life
And she was
documentary.
angry, right? She was angry.
She was, behind anger is hurt.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
know. I know. Well,
I love Fela. I
well,
love her fire though. We need that
I
fire.
already know. I already know what you're gonna say, and because I've talked to Phalo years ago about this too. I'm gonna tell you something, and I was just talking to Trey about this. I said, look, dude, the Good Life documentary. I love that Ava did that, and whoever got to be in it. I remember I was with Ava. Ava was my best friend at the time. I remember people flaking on the interview. I remember people not making the interviews like because they didn't want to go. They were like, "Oh, I know a couple of people that maybe their car broke down, or some people that just flaked on the interview and were like, I can't make it." And then later they weren't in it. But
She didn't even
what
ask me. I'm in there for like a second, literally. Like,
well, oh yeah. Well, let me tell you about like what I was saying the Phala once, or what I was telling different people is that documentary. We know that the Good Life was 100 more groups than that. Let's say 60 more groups than that, right? So the documentary features 10 groups. There's still 50 other groups in the crew that didn't get shine, like Dark Leaf and all these other people,
oh
whatever.
my God.
Of course, but the documentary could be a. But see, this is my point. My point is, if that's the case, and we know that there's another 50 artists that are in our crew, then make your own doc, make your own chapter,
She did.
or they should be.
She
You
did.
could do. It doesn't take it. Make your story, and that way
That's what
you
I'm working on.
and then you can catapult. Look, let me tell you, and then you catapult off Ava's doc and be like, from the people from the crew, the award-winning crew. That's this is my shit. And let me tell you, the homies from Elements, Elements, right?
I
They
was an elementer. I went
Okay. So
every week.
Element, but let me tell you, so that
I don't know if
Element
I'm in there for
documentary, there's a dope Elements documentary that they put out, and I don't know if they're selling it or figuring out how to put it out, whatever. But I've seen it already. But their documentary was like, hey, we made a documentary. We got off our ass and did the Elements documentary just because the other dope documentaries in LA kind of like skipped us over, and we had to be like, yo, let's tell our story. And that's my point. It's like, so what I tell a lot of people is like, man,
do
you make your own story.
and
What the
that's why
fuck does
I'm
it
doing
take for you?
this.
Grab your oh no, but I'm saying, like, I'll be telling fools, like, grab your phone, interview yourself and interview your friends and your crew. Go grab your demos and go put your shit up and put that shit on YouTube and pass it to us, and we'll promote it for you. Anybody from the Good Life sends me some shit and I'll promote it for them. So it's like that's my answer to that. But at the same time, it's understandable because the doc makes it look like it definitely doesn't always show that it's like another 50 groups. But man, like her first that's her first dog ever. Like she
You
was
know
a
what?
kid.
But
I'm just saying she was like in her 20s, like first,
I
you
got a
know.
story behind that. I had asked Ben Caldwell for that footage first.
Everybody has,
I
and
was gonna do
everybody's
it.
been sitting on it, and that's my point, though.
I was
Everybody's
going
been
for it.
sitting on it.
And then I said, "Why did you give it? Why did you do that?" And he said, "Well, she's alum, meaning like he went to UCLA and she went to UCLA.
Well, nah,
It was,
let me break it down. I
of
love Ben. I love AC Alone. I love Ab. I love Jay Smooth. I love
course,
all. Dude, everybody's, you're talking about strong, intelligent men with resources. They put the fucking doc out. Make one. How the fuck do you not make one? Make one then. Like that's my point, you know. And no one can say shit about me because I got a Mexican descent 90-minute movie. There's other docs on me. I got Shapeshifters have a movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look Daggers have a movie that came out with our album. We have a whole hour documentary that's free on YouTube. Like you dude, make one for yourself.
come
So
on
that's
now.
my point.
Oh,
That's
we
my I
just
know.
going away now.
No, but I'm just saying that's my point. Even though I know it gets but that was my thing. But no, like Fela, Darkleaf. I mean, there's so many talented people
Me?
in our crew. So many, so many, so many, you know?
Yeah.
Global Quotation. There's so
Oh
many
my.
crews.
Yes.
Dude, there's so many crews that did it.
Shout
Famous,
out.
Kinky Red, Cali 9,
Oh.
all these crews. But it was like, dude, I was our first doc. It wasn't gonna be like 6 hours long and shit. So and let me tell you, notice the hip hop clan song, right? Everybody in the doc pretty much is who's in that song because that was our crew. We ate look AC Ab, CVE Hip Hop Clan, OMD, and a couple other cats. We'd be meeting. We'd be at Ava's house and Rhonda's house watching movies, playing board games, watching Rap City. So we were a little clique. So of course, when Ava made the doc, it was those groups, you know, that are in that clique, you know. You get me? Let me tell
Yes.
you,
Absolutely.
at that time, people like Fat Jack and people like that I have nothing but love and respect and we work. Back then, it was like, hey, Fat Jack, you think I can get a beat? Like we were all at different strata levels. Like we were all like we didn't all even know each other. You
Right.
know what I mean? I
And
knew
that's why
now I'm super close with Dino and Micah Nine and everybody, but back then I was new. So it wasn't, we weren't all like buddies off the top. We got respect for each other, but those were the formative years that we hung out, you know?
I would agree
I,
with that.
I hung out with Ava. Me and Ava would go out. Me and Ava hung out. Me and CVE, I was at the shack all the time. You know what I mean? So it was like that, you know, so that's the way I look at it. Just like Elements documentary. I'm not, look, put it this way. I am LA Underground Hip Hop. I'm not even in the Elements doc.
Am
I
I in
love
it?
that. I'm not, I don't know. I don't remember if you're in it, but I know I'm not in it. And I was like, that doc was dope. And I'm like, damn, I'm not even in that shit. And
I
there's
was there every
dilated
week.
otherwise, all the dudes like Poseidon, all them dudes. And my point was, it made me, even though I'm not in it, and there's like ego, like, hey, I'm not in it. I don't care because I was like, that's their story.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love that. I
really
love
saw
that
that.
shit. And
Yeah,
that's my
Fela did
point.
end up doing her own documentaries and stuff. She
So
did.
let me tell you, the Foundation and 909, that battle place, they should make their own doc. The fucking this and that, the basement and 818, they
Oh
should
my
make their own
God.
doc.
You
But the
bringing
fact that they
memories.
don't, but if you don't, then you can't be mad that you're not represented when you're a fucking human, able-bodied, intelligent God that should be able to make that shit.
I think she's also annoyed at how she was represented in it.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, once again, I understand because I think I remember one time at one of the anniversaries, Fela talking to me like, "Yo, this is a fucking bullshit." And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, I couldn't say nothing because I was like, "Dude, yeah, I get it." But I go, you know what? There's 50 groups not in the doc, you know. So it's like, but they're not. It doesn't. Does that mean that your story didn't happen?
Well, I
Nah.
also feel like I be getting kind of X'd out of the history too of the blowed and
Well,
stuff.
but
I
see,
don't appreciate
it's
that.
your, but and if that's the case, then it's like this should be your chapter. This things like this is your chapter. You gotta. That's the only way I can explain it for me. Like I'd be like, man, I could have been in this. Well, fuck it, I'll just make my own shit. You know what I mean? That's the only way because it's like no one really cares about you more than you.
Teach.
At the end of the day, no one gives a fuck about you more than you. No one gives a fuck about your own survival more than you. So
That's
at
a
the end of
fact.
the day, so facts, you know,
Lesson.
and being and somebody in the crew. Let me tell you something. Somebody in the crew, we celebrate. Fellowship doing good. When Volume 10 got signed to Immortal, we celebrate all the homies, all their success. But we were never like, what about me? Why can't I be that dude? Like, I'm not mad. I'll be like, I'm next. I used to be like, how could I be next? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that, there's a lot. The Good Life, that documentary has spawned so many moments of celebration, but yet, yeah, I've heard it from probably 7, 8 people that are part of the crew and that weren't in it, and we're like, fuck, man, I didn't come on. And I was like, and homie was like, shit, I didn't even know Ava back then. I was like, well, yeah, you didn't know Ava. Ava wasn't gonna walk up to you as a stranger and shit and be like, hey, I'm gonna put you in this
Yeah,
thing I'm doing, and that's the bottom line.
that's
So I don't
human.
think it's any deeper. I don't think it's any like. I think it's favoritism in the crew, but that was the crew we rode with.
That part.
You know,
That's just
come on,
real.
I'm just being. You gotta be honest about that shit.
Real.
Let me
And
tell you something. Let me tell you, Cypress Hill used to roll with House of Pain, Funk Dubious, and some other cats. And I used to work for them, and I rapped, and I never showed them my raps, but I was always like on the outside looking in and working for them, and I was always like, man, I'm as dope as these dudes. I wish I could be. How can I not be in it? And I was never part of that. And I was like, that's not me. That's not my scene. You know,
man,
I'm an employee. I'm not. That ain't my crew. You know.
yeah, it's been a fun ride, man. I've really enjoyed just knowing all you intellectual,
Me
brilliant
too, man. It's been
artists.
wonderful. What kind of wonderful life have we lived where a bunch of people of different races, all now in getting to their 50s, are all still friends because of this movement.
Isn't that something?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm saying like it's amazing. And me personally, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, there's like, Ava, and then me, I went to high school and I talked to Will I Am and other people and shit, like there's other little cats in our big orbit of fans that are mad successful and shit. And
yeah.
and what a blessing, dude. Like not everybody, dude, there's some people that are gonna be Will I Am, some people that are Volume 10, that are Tumex, some people that are Acid Rain, some people that are, dude, we all have a place in this world, and we're all making people happy with what we do, and that's the thing. I think that we're so attached to the glory and the fame, me included. We're all attached to that fame and glory and money, that it don't, only when you're older do you see like, nah, I was really doing this because I love it. This money shit, all the money hustles and all the like scheming, and I'm gonna get this deal and all the shady shit and all the selling this and all the borderline selling your soul. At the end of the day, we're doing this music because we love it.
That's
And
it.
and no matter what success level, it don't matter. We loved it, and we always did love it. And we lie to ourselves. I used to lie. Let me tell you, when I first started rapping, I told one of my best friends, "Oh man, I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna make a gang of money and be on TV." I didn't even believe that when I said that shit. I was lying. I just wanted to do it because I love it,
We're
and I
making
almost had to lie to say I was trying to be bullshit, to hide the fact that I was. It's like being a stand-up comic. You have no choice. You just do it, and you do it, and it's painful. You know what I mean?
that's you just, I love your positive vibe. It's very dope.
Oh, thank
Because
you.
that's
Well, dude,
true.
I'm alone.
It's true
Yeah.
though. I mean, I visited all these different artists because I was very much fan. What's up,
Yeah.
Jay?
And
What's
I'm
up,
the same. I'm the same way with all kinds of people. Dude. I would meet people that were like, "Damn, this is a dope ass engineer. I'm not even in his crew." I'd be like, "Can I hang out with this dude? Damn, this dude's a dope ass producer. Man, can I somehow one day get a beat from this dude?" I used to be like, "Hey, Fat Jack, you think I can get a beat?" Fat Jack be like, "Shit, I'm a little busy right now with this Ab Root and this other R&B record, but maybe like in 6 months." And then I was like, "One day I'm gonna earn a Fat Jack beat." And then 3, 4 years later, Fat Jack's like, "What's popping? You want to get on K?" And I was like, I got there. I got to that place. I didn't get it when I wanted it. I didn't get it early,
Mhm.
but I got it when I got it. And it was like that. That's
Just the
what, like, yeah, we wanted beats from Fat Jack and people like JMD and other people, and then they were busy. And then that's when we discovered Omid and DJ Nobody, and the young, all the young rappers that weren't in the limelight got with the other producers that weren't in the limelight, and we all put each other in the limelight and got to the next phase.
really was like a little community. I mean, like we were
Yeah.
really like a for real. We still are. We still
We
are.
are. I mean, we are. We're just older people, dude. We married, kids, bills, death, life,
Yeah.
health issues,
Hello.
financial issues. You're all fucked.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
dude, I
Oh
can't.
God.
Dude,
I'm
I'm
just
proof that
thankful.
some people don't die, dude. Like I cannot die for shit. I
The
don't know
music.
why.
It's the music. It's the music.
Cannot die. Dude. I'm like one leg, my left eye. I can't see that good. I'm fucking kidney failure, congenital heart failure. My fucking arms swole. I'm like, I'm always fucked up, and it's like, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm like kicking, dude. You know, it trips me out when I see people that do pass that are like some of my friends that passed away this year, are like 38,
Yeah.
41.
Yeah. A lot of people in their 40s.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm 49, dude. I'm about to be 50. And I'm just like, dude, with all my health problems, I'm still alive. So, every day's a blessing, I try to
Yes.
have fun.
Me
I don't care
too.
about money. I don't care about being rich anymore or anything like that. As long as I have money, I promote the shit out of my music because as long as I got money for food, I got money for Lyft, like my rent, as long as I got jobs to handle everything, which I do, everything's golden, dude. I'm blessed by fans. What the fuck else? I put
And
out
you
a
got some
shirt,
cool ass fans, yo. Your fans are
dude,
fucking
dude.
outrageous.
Put out a hoodie, sell 15 hoodies. That shit funds fucking a month of meals and a month of lifts. Fucking put out a t-shirt, sell 40 shirts. That shit funds me for eating for a month. You know what I mean? Shit pays the bills, like dumb
Freaking
shit. Like I don't
incredible.
care. It's like I'm happy. How blessed can you be?
I think it was Charlie Tuna. I'm not sure, but somebody was like, if I can make a teacher, it was one of those cats. They were like, if I can make a teacher's salary, you know, it's not $1 million. It's like 50 G's a year.
Yeah,
It's what
yeah.
I want to do. I'm doing it.
The pandemic showed us all that we could go out without a gang of dough and we're gonna be all right. We're fine. We're gonna be fine.
I'm gonna be
You know?
fine.
No, the pandemic happened and nobody. I mean, people died, of course, when bless the dead. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like like we're fine, dude. Like we don't need half the shit we thought we did.
Yeah.
We don't. We just absolutely don't. All that status symbol bullshit. You know what I mean?
I never was chasing the money like that. I think I had an ego
I
thing about
was.
fame. I wanted the fame. I
Yeah.
did
Oh, me too. Yeah, yeah. I wanted the money and I was
when I was
broke as fuck, dude.
younger.
You know what I'm saying? I pay my parents' phone bill right now. So it's like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, yeah, it is what it is. But dude, like I like what you just said a minute ago. Enjoy the ride. That's exactly where I'm at. I'm
That's why I took
happy.
yeah.
I'm gonna go to the anniversary, see everybody, peep out my favorite rappers, be able to say hi to 100 people that I probably only see once a year now. See
Right.
the 10, 20 homies that I see more a lot. See the 80 homies I only see once a year. We celebrate we talk about celebrate the dead because every year seems to be more homies in our crew that pass. So we honor them and shit. We honor Deucer, we honor Gaja, fucking True, fucking, you know what I'm saying, Gaja K, fucking Mean Green and shit, we gotta
Ross,
we just yeah, raw, you know what I'm saying? We gotta keep them all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ross, fucking keep them all in our fucking in our hearts, even
yeah,
people from the past, you know what I mean?
you kind of
You know?
talking me into going to the anniversary. I almost wasn't really gonna go.
I mean, there's years where I've been mad and I don't want to go, or there was years where my health wouldn't let me go.
Right?
But I'm at that. I mean, at this point, I'm just like, to me, I look forward to it now just because I don't look forward to playing because I don't really like playing at the anniversary. I feel like a dude like me plays all the time. I'd rather let the anniversary be let the time go to the homies that only play once a year. There's a gang of us in our crew that are hella talented and made music but they got regular jobs and the blood show that 10 minutes might be their 10 minutes for the year
Damn. Yeah, that's
to
true. That
bring
was me.
to bring the family to bring their family. Yeah, I'm saying that's real though. That's the 10 minutes a year that they're like they show their family like shit. I'm gonna rock this show still every year. I'm still part of this thing.
I'm not working for the post office today.
I'm just saying though, that shit's real.
True,
That's
man.
what's important to me.
Damn,
TDE.
that's true.
Yeah, that's why I don't like playing at the anniversary. I like going to the anniversary, but I don't want to play because I'm like, dude, sometimes I feel like my set at the end of the night in the good part because they blessed me to play at the good time. I feel like it's like, man, I was like, there's an OG in here right here that didn't get his set, you know? That's how I feel like that. And that's just me because when I came into the good life, I came in early 92. The good life was already in full effect. So I didn't come at the time when I was not, I always look at the Micah Nines and the CVEs and all these cats show us max respect and I love it. But I don't look at them like that. I still look at them like it's
Big
like,
homie.
nah, fool, it's the OG. I still
Yeah.
look at Fat Jack like, man, I'm blessed you gave me a beat. So when I think about that, I'd be like, man, there's a bunch of fools that were here before me that need this 10 minutes. I play all the time, dude. I just played I play all
Mhm.
the time. And I play in front of big crowds. Like I have no need to be like no need for approval.
I
I'm
started
good.
coming in summer '93,
Okay.
and I came up there with
So yeah,
Skilo.
1 year after me, you know?
'93. That sounds so
Sorry,
long
hold on
ago
a second.
now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very
Oh,
well.
perfect. All right.
Like,
All right, good, good, good. No, sometimes
you
when
got
because
your
somebody
mic.
called me and I hung up. Yeah, it's all good. No, but sometimes like my microphone, like when I have my phone tied into my speaker and I'm listening to music and then I get a call or like some weird shit happens where like if there's too many mics, like my shit goes, it cuts off the mic. But anyway, we're
Yeah,
good. But
yeah.
so yeah, but
Hey, I want to, not to be bringing up a bunch of old shit, but hey, whatever.
uh-huh.
Uh, do you know that Talib Cosby episode, that
Yeah,
time and space?
yeah.
Um,
I
you
just
guys,
dissed his ass again one more time. Fuck that dude. That dude's a fucking loser. But yeah.
whew, okay, so because this
No.
Kanye shit popped off this year, like on a
Uh-huh.
crazy level, then Dave Chappelle came out, and then he always brings out like the Most Def and the Talib thing. So Black Star is bringing out some shit, and then that brings me to the trigger of what Jaguar Wright was talking about, and then all of that. So then I was bumping that LA Cool Micah 9 joint earlier today in my car, and then I bumped
Mhm.
your joint too, and I was like, this was some dope ass shit right here, though. I wish he
Oh,
wasn't
I'm staying on his neck. Fuck that
using.
dude.
You
That
know,
guy caught
Reese.
me.
Did
Yeah,
you know
go ahead.
Reese?
Yeah, I know Reese. I don't know Reese personally, but I know Reese's
Her
story.
music.
And I know,
I
and
just thought she was the dopest fucking singer,
yeah,
rock artist,
dude,
whatever.
let me tell you, because of the touring, I'm the kind of, even though I'm a LA artist, I'm really tied into rappers from Cincinnati, New York, New Jersey,
Oh,
North Carolina. Every fucking crew in hip hop knows me. And dude, that when that shit popped off, man, I don't know, dude. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be Hannibal Buress trying to expose Cosby. That's not what I want to be. I'm on some rap shit. I'm on some rap shit. I wish you would have just made a song dissing me back and would be like rap, rap, rapidy rap shit. But fucking yeah, to be honest with you, I was just dissing him because he dissed Micah Nine and was dissing us. And literally, this is what happened. The night I was gonna diss him, that night that I saw him dissing Micah Nine, I was gonna write a song dissing him, and there was like a Logan Paul or Jake Paul fight, right? So we had paid for the fight, so we're like, ah, man, we're gonna watch the fight tonight. I'll diss him tomorrow. So in the time frame of me dissing them on IG like you fucking bitch, and me making the song the next, let me tell you, between me doing that post and the next day when I actually had the time to make the song, the couple messages that I got really changed the perspective of the song because I spoke to some young ladies that told me some stuff that was like
he's
way deep.
a rapist.
Yes, and one of the women, the two women that hit me up and told me that this fool
Allegedly.
raped them. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying, like one of them. Well, put it to this way. I'll put it this way. One of them told me that if I ever get any heat, she's like, I'll come and make an audio testimony for you. So, but anyway, but one of them told me a story. One of them told me the story, the whole detailed story of the situation. And being a rapper at that time frame when she said it happened, which was in her case, I believe it was 2009,
Mm.
and being a rapper in the same circuit as him and playing the venue, and she was naming the state, the venue, the hotel next to the event, everything she said, I was like, there's no way she's lying because the story is like when you're a rapper. in that world, you played that venue, and then you always stayed at that place, and then you always did. It's like everything she said was the same shit that every rapper, underground rapper, would go do at that city, and it was the same thing. So the way she told the story, and what she said was like, and that changed my perspective on the song. Instead of just dissing him, I threw that element into it, and that's what made him mad. Obviously,
For the
and
audience
plus,
out there, just give a
yeah,
little
yeah,
context.
yeah, tell me,
So a couple, 3, 4, whatever years back,
yeah,
one of these artists from LA named LA Cool or Rifleman, he and Talib Kweli had some exchange. I think allegedly LA Cool had said something to a young woman that Talib thought was disrespectful. So Talib thought he was going to speak on it. And that's what started. And then Micah Nine, shout out, and Talib Kweli lived together in New York back in the day. And so I don't know what else, but I just know that I liked Reese. She was super dope. I never met her, but I just admired her art. And all of a sudden, I didn't hear anything ever again from the sister. And I always wondered what the hell happened. And then come to find out, allegedly, Talib Kweli fucked her fucking career off because he wanted to get with her. And then,
Mhm.
some kind of sexual assault case kind of popped off. And we never heard from her again. And I'm really annoyed with that because she was really talented. And
Yeah.
um,
Oh. I
and
mean,
then
and that happens to a lot of women.
I know in the industry, I know. And
I know.
Jaguar Wright, she came out with some stuff and told her story or whatever.
And
And
more. There's more. There's
the
one. There's
baby
one that
mama
I
came
can't
out
name. There's a
saying,
giant female rapper that told me a story the same too, and she's a big female rapper. And I was like, damn, she told me the same shit about that dude.
I
So then
think
I was like, just an accumulation of things.
I think it was just also the fact that they come off Mr. Super Blackety Black, and then so for him to do such disrespectful stuff. Then when y'all did bring out those anti Talib Kweli songs, he had the nerve to get like the nation involved and like
Oh,
conscious.
I know. The nation called and threatened my life. I had to speak to somebody from the Nation of Islam. They called me and said, "Hey, don't fuck around. You know who the fuck you're fucking with?" And I immediately texted him my phone number. Then he called me, and I spoke to him for 20 minutes, and I explained to him that I respect the Nation of Islam. FYI, I was like, I'm from the good life. I know all about that shit. I was part of that, and I told him after I talked to him for 20 minutes, the guy goes, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry," and then he hung up. Never bothered me again. So I was like,
Mm.
"Can I explain myself?" And then I explained myself. And after I told him what I knew, he was like, "Oh,
Yeah, you better not defend that type of bull.
well, I'm just saying." I had that. I had the Nation of Islam call. I had elders calling me. I had people from the good life calling me and trying to squash it. Super Nat, a bunch of people trying to like mediate because it got to the point where he started trolling me. And dude, I'm not. You think I'm gonna let myself get trolled? I started fucking him up. So I went to the trolling reached an apex when I went to GoDaddy.com and I purchased, which I still own today. I own survivingquali.com.org and .net. And when I bought survivingquali.org.net and .com, I sent it to him and I said, "Let's start a website." And when I did that, that fool lost his fucking mind. And that's when everything ended. That day he was trying to get on the phone with me because he was like trying to put an end to it because he kept trolling me. In fact, I'm not going to get into another story, but he actually cost me and my homie $8,000 because we were throwing a concert, and he called the venue and told them not to, that if the concert went down, um, that violence would happen at the concert, which ain't true, and fucking lost a deposit like 8 grand. So that
Damn.
fool's literally hurt my pocketbooks. So anyway, so that's why I'm like, fuck that dude. But anyway, but yeah, dude, I it got pretty heavy. It got heavy, and then it was over. And then I was like, look,
Yeah,
dude, I gave up on it. I'm like, I don't care about you like that. But we were hoping he'd make. Have you noticed that he never made a song?
I did notice that.
Yeah, and he said
Kind of
that
waiting for
me and LA Core fake Project Blood and all that shit. I was like, just make a song. I'd be
it.
happy if he made a song and be done with it. But he never made a song. So you know what I mean? And he's made songs against other dudes that he's had issues with because there seems to be 40 songs dissing Talib Kweli. I seem to be not the only person that's upset at this dude for some reason.
And the cats wanted my husband, volume 10 to get in that, but He just didn't know enough about the situation, and he didn't want
Yeah,
to just
yeah, yeah.
he
I
wanted
got
to
in
keep
it
it
on a
confidential.
Micah 9 thing, and the rape thing put me. I had no idea, didn't care, and literally, I honestly, I'll tell you, if that Jake Paul fight didn't happen, I probably would have made the song different and it wouldn't have talked about none of that kind of shit.
Ain't
But
that
between the
something?
time, huh?
I said, isn't that something?
Yeah, between the time frame of Saturday night and Sunday, because I had made that Instagram post saying "fuck you," this and that. That's when, and let me tell you something. And I'm gonna say this, and maybe I should, and I'm not gonna say the name specifically, but when I did that song, dude, that song went viral.
I
Okay,
know you got it did
no, no,
blow up.
let me tell you. For one day, I was ducking TMZ, media takeout, uh, Vlad TV. People were hitting me up from all these entities. The song, I put it on my IG where we could copy it. 70,000 downloads. I've never had more than 20,000 downloads of anything in 6 years of being on IG.
Amazing.
70,000. And let me tell you the craziest shit. And I'm not gonna name it. I'm only gonna give you a simile. But rappers on the level of, and I mean this, rappers on the level of Eminem and like Big Daddy Kane and shit like that, like rappers on that level, not them specifically, hit me up. And rappers from New York, New Jersey, record label people, people from Raucous Records, uh, rappers from crews. All I got to do is name the city, and then you can guess the crew. North Carolina, Cincinnati, San Francisco, everywhere across the country, every crew representative of underground, and they all said the same shit. Get them. People like I'll give you two examples. High Tech, right? And Ninth Wonder, two
And they
people that I
worked
guess
with him before.
okay, but not basically both of those people had someone, a little birdie say, hey, a little birdie said, you're doing a good thing. And in
I know.
fact, people said this. They said, we love that the Project Blowed is going after him. And I go, why? And they go, two reasons. They go, number one, because you guys are ill skill. You guys have incredible rapping skills and you're better rappers than them. And two, because and it was kind of a diss to us, but he was like, you guys aren't really in the industry like that. He was like, you guys aren't like in the industry as a crew, like in the sense of you don't give a fuck. You guys aren't like nobody's losing a record deal to Columbia Records because fuck because we dissed them or something. Like there's no like we're not in the industry like that. And
Yeah, I get
that's what my homie told me. My homie was like,
you
yo,
weren't signed to like one of those corporate monsters, so you could just kind of bang on his ass.
well, I mean, dude, there's no look, let me tell you, there's no benefit in me doing what I've done. He's already cost me thousands of dollars. He cost me. There's things that sometimes that I get offered. I won't get into it. I can't. I'll tell you privately. But
Yeah.
one of the biggest and most incredible producers in hip hop history was going to produce an album for me, and now it's not going to happen because I dissed him. And it's not because the dude doesn't like me. It's because he's like, "Fuck, dude, I'm down with them fool." And
Yeah,
I've
they don't.
lost and I've lost studios and I've lost studio sessions and there's like people that are in my crew that are indifferent. There's a couple motherfuckers at the Project Blow that are on his side. You know what I mean? Like I won't, there's a couple of dudes in our own family that have already that people are like, yo, man. So whatever, it is what it is. It's not a big deal to me because I don't really care about them.
That's
But
honorable that you represented and you stood up for these ladies, though.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it wasn't my intent. In
Yeah.
fact, I don't want it. I don't like that. I'm not trying to be that person. What's gonna happen to him is what. Okay, I'll give you the perfect example. And this is a perfect example. R. Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Um, 20 years ago. No, let me break it down. I'm a big music fan. I'm a monster music fan. I know this for a fact. Estero, right? You know who Estero is?
Of
Remember
course,
Estero
I
from
love her.
Virgin? I
I
love
met
her
her.
too. Remember, we are
I
we are
met
in
her
need of a
before.
musical revolution.
Yeah,
You know that song, right?
I
So
don't
that
think I do.
song So let me tell you, that song came out in the year 2000. Okay. That song says in the song, music video and everything, a major album. She was on that album had Sean Lennon, CeeLo Green. It was produced by major producers,
She was
the
supposed to be
Neptune,
the
all
hot
that shit.
next thing. Yeah, she was supposed to be the next hot thing.
But let me tell you though, that song says at the end of the song it goes, a little a guy could rape a little girl gets no, you rape a little girl on a video. Oh no, he said something like a grown ass man could rape a little girl and you still play his music on the radio. A grown ass man could straight rape a little girl and you still see his face on the video screen. I want something more. She said that 20 years ago, right? And I saw that and I was like, damn, she's fucking calling R. Kelly out on MTV. Nothing happened for years, for 2 decades.
She got gray ball too.
Huh?
Es-
Oh,
Estero.
yeah. Oh,
Because
she was
I
done.
was like, what happened to you? I met
Well,
her.
maybe that. Maybe that. You know,
I did a
well, she
video with
did.
her.
Well, but that song is dissing MTV. I'm so sick and tired of the shit on the radio and MTV. They only play the same shit.
Oh,
No
oh,
matter where I go, I see Britney on the video screen. I want something more. So of course he got blackballed. She absolutely got blackballed. But
I
anyway,
I worked with
well,
her. I mean,
yeah,
Black Eyed Peas did a video, and I did the video with her. Her name is Jenny, by the way, and I thought she was
I'm a big
amazing.
fan. I loved her shit. Yeah, I liked her later shit too, her indie shit. But yeah,
Yeah,
but my point is, to me, that song and all these other little allegations and all that shit, I don't really care. I don't care about him like that. So whatever happens to him, God bless him. Fuck it. He's a fucking basehead. Like, let him do coke till his nose breaks. I don't give a
yeah.
fuck.
You
But
know what?
but, but go ahead.
You know what? Hey, it's funny you mentioned. I don't know if you know that there's this new system of artificial intelligence that can sample your voice. I mean, that has a, if you've recorded before,
Uh
they have
huh.
a sample of your voice and they can record songs that you've never recorded.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. AI. Oh, I know the software. Yeah, I mean we're entering the age of cybernetics. Yeah, I know for a fact.
So this song called I Admit It came out allegedly by R. Kelly
Hmm.
yesterday. And so he got on his prison phone and was like, "That's not me. I didn't make that song." Because he's trying to get out right now. So yeah, it's
Oh yeah, they're
interesting.
not
That's
letting
that
his
I
voice out.
think I mean only Sony could have brought it out. It's not like somebody else could have brought the song out
Yeah.
to try to
Well,
make it
dude,
like,
they're always gonna profit off you, man. They'll profit off your death. You know. I got a lyric, dude. My favorite lyric I wrote. I have a song that says, I just put it out too on my last record on where is it on Hospital? I think it's on Hospital. It says oh yeah, on Hospital. I have a song where I say my music's worth more dead than alive. There's 1,000 people waiting for their checks to arrive.
damn.
And that's real, you know what I mean? That's
Yes.
real. My music's worth more dead than alive, and there's 1,000 people waiting for their checks to arrive on me. And that's the way it is, you know, and that's the way it's gonna be.
That's tragic.
Oh yeah.
I just
So
thought that it was interesting going back to Coolio, like he had just hit a billion
damn.
hits on YouTube, and they had announced that, and he had made the joke about, yeah, that's an extra 20,000 in my pocket.
Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah.
20
I can
G's
imagine.
off a billion.
Oh, dude. I mean, I heard I had heard Aloe Black saying that he had a song like one of his like real big songs, and he has real monster songs. I think it was that I need a dollar. I need a
Yeah,
dollar, a
mhm,
dollar, a dollar.
yeah, that's
He
him.
had said that he had got yeah, he had said some shit where he was like, I got about a billion streams, and he said he got 30K.
Yeah, that's Chrissy
I was
A.
like,
Shout
what?
out. Do you hear this? Y'all hear this, right?
That's
These
just
fucking
insane. Yeah.
plantation. I used to call them sharecropper contracts.
I
Ever hear
mean, the only answer is create your own system that pays more.
that
I'm
part?
just saying, like it's bullshit, but like there's no make the
You do
system.
have
I
choice.
did. You know what I did? You know what I did? I put my shit on Bandcamp, and you can buy my shit for $10, and I get all the money. I
Me
mean, it's
too.
just the only way. It's the only way. Yeah. So it's like, what? But I mean, I can't. Man, I can't bitch about anything. I'm tired of bitching
I
about getting
love
pennies.
your
It's like
energy.
I don't even want pennies anyway. Like fuck it. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? Like that shit doesn't mean anything. Like it doesn't.
It's true.
It, it
It's about
really, dude.
breathing, spending time with the
Have you
children.
ever seen? Have you ever seen a U-Haul truck behind a hearse? No. So
Teach.
what's the point? You can't take it with you. What's the? I've never seen a U-Haul following a fucking hearse, homie.
None of
So
it.
what's the point? You know?
It's true, Chrissy. Those 360 contracts are awful, but people sign them.
Yeah. Well,
It's
well, I never. Well, yeah. Fuck that shit.
it's true. It's always a choice, though. It's always a
Oh, I
choice.
signed one bad contract. I made the mistake once. I signed, dude. I got 18 grand, and I was happy as fuck. I was broke as shit. I got 18 grand, and dude, and 10 years later, Daddy Kev tried to get. I was like, yo, I'm trying to get the rights back to the Tumex self-title record from this company that owns all the rights. And I was like, I heard you got a lawyer that can do that. He was like, yeah. I retained the lawyer. A couple weeks later, the lawyer just sent me my money back. He goes, dude, you signed a contract that says they own the rights to this into the universe on every medium, on every future form of fucking musical, like in the future, like they own this record for the galaxies and shit. They were like, you signed they're like, you do not own these. I don't know how many songs are on that record, like 12 or something. They're like, you do not own these 12 songs forever. They're yours. You don't own them at all.
That's
And
what
and,
Dave
and
Chappelle was talking about. He said they have used this term in
Yeah,
perpetuity.
in perpetuity. Yeah. Well, the dude, the lawyer said, you signed a contract that these dudes own this record into the future, in the future galaxies of the
The
world,
known
and
universe. That's what
yeah,
my
yeah, and
contract said. In the
whatever the
known
future,
universe.
and
The
whatever the
known
future.
universe?
Well, it said unnamed. It said unnamed future forms of being able to be whatever the music is released in its
Mhm.
future forms. I do not own it, and I was like, damn.
So that
And
means
that
they
was,
can
but you
use
know
it in
what?
the AI world.
But you know what? I bootlegged that record anyway. So I
Hey,
bootlegged it. And, those 18 grand probably helped me get, if they helped me get from A to B, then they helped me get from A to B, you know?
that's crazy
Dude,
though.
dude, like, look, you
That
ever
shows
heard
the
Modest
power of
Mouse? You know
producers.
Modest Mouse?
Say that?
You know, you know that band Modest Mouse?
Yeah.
That song, they have a song called Float On, and the guy lyrics goes, a fake Jamaican took every last dime with that scam, but it was worth it just to learn some sleight of hand. And that's the way I approach it. Have you ever noticed how all rappers got fucked on their first deal? And
Yes.
if they're smart, they don't get fucked on the second one, but they get fucked on the first one. Everybody gets fucked on the
Yes.
getting
Yes.
fucked is like your entrance into the game. So a fake Jamaican took every last dime with that scam, but it was worth it just to learn some sleight of hand. I was like, yeah. When I heard
It's
that, I could relate.
yeah, I had a publishing deal on the table and I read the whole 200 pages contract.
I,
And
I did not be like, "Where's the money?" Fool.
I
I was
knew it
like,
was
I never
whack.
said.
I knew it was whack, but I was like, it took me a week or so to like swallow the fact that it was a whack contract. But then I was like, I know this is how you get in the game. But
I
I
was
didn't
like,
sign it. I didn't sign it.
where do I sign? I mean, I was dumb. You know what I mean? We were young.
Uh,
Like,
the chick wanted to go on a
Visionaries
date
are
with
the only smart ones. Visionaries were the smart ones. Shout out to the Visionaries.
shout out.
We had a couple record deals on the table by real record labels. Madonna's record label,
Mm,
Maverick, Mammoth Records out of Boston, which was a dope ass indie rock label that had a bunch of dope ass bands, and we never took them because they sucked, and we never took them, and we're better for it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
Lincoln Park. Do you remember Lincoln Park from the Blow?
Ooh, Lincoln Park helped us out a lot. We love Lincoln Park.
Shout out.
But I got a song with Lincoln Park.
Yeah, I love them. They were
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, they were dope. They try to help us, dude. Everybody try to help us, dude. When you're dope, people try to help you. It doesn't mean that it's gonna work. It's okay.
Yeah,
Name somebody, dude. I can name you 10 giant, enormous artists that try to help me, and I appreciate it. But it doesn't mean that it like you know what I mean.
mhm.
Everybody's worried about themselves, but it's still like you appreciate the help.
Chrissy says, no, you got to go independent. That's true.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's no pretty. It's not pretty. And the thing about going independent, you still have to figure out how to market yourself or hire have money to
Now it's
market.
different now. Yeah, back then the independent just sounded so hard because people were handing out $100,000 record deals, $500,000 record deals, $300,000 record deals. So you were all wide eyed thinking like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get this dough," and then you get it offered to you, but then if you read the contract, you're like, it doesn't even make mathematical. It doesn't even make sense.
Right.
And
Because
being
yeah,
like Visionaries, being in a band with five other guys, why would I make a record and every time the record sells, I'd get like
a
four
fifth.
cents, 15 cents when I could just make my own records and get $10 off of them or
Yeah, well,
like
that's
six
changed now.
dollars or $7, you know?
That's why some artists are moving back to CDs because of that $10 factor. Because when you
Yeah.
go through Spotify and all them, they only giving you a
Well,
third.
that's why we're doing musical NFTs. Me and AWOL have a company called the Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop.
Shout
And
out
that's
A.
our yeah, that's our NFT company. And that's what we do. We make we basically it's another form of a record label where we put songs and you can only get them as NFTs, and that way we control the inventory. So we put out a song, right? We put out a song, like one song with an NFT. The NFT is just usually a piece of artwork that AWOL does because AWOL is a dope cartoonist. So AWOL does the artwork. We attach the song to the NFT. We put out the song for 72 hours, sell it for 99 cents, and shit, sell 900 of them.
That's brilliant.
And then the 900 that exists, once we cut them off, they cut off, and anybody that owns those 900, they're the only people that have it. You can't listen to it if you don't own it.
I'm
And
not
if
that
you
familiar
want,
with NFTs.
and
I
if
got
you want, and what our fans do is that since they're only 99 cents, our fans that are smart, they buy four or five of them, keep one, and then sell the other four for $3.
that's
That's
smart.
that's what you and then all the royalties. So every time that NFT with the song on it, let's say 10 people sell it for 99 cents to each other. Every time. So like you get tired of the song, you're like, oh, I liked it, but I'm tired of it. And you sell it for 99 cents or a dollar, whatever. If that song keeps getting because there's only 900 on Earth now. That's it. There's never going to be more than those 900 copies. So those 900 copies, as they float around and get passed around to different people, every single time it gets sold, we still get royalties off of it.
That's a good business right there.
I mean, that's what we do. And the fans that are buying these NFTs, I'm gonna be honest with you, they're not in LA, they're not even rap fans. They're motherfuckers in Finland, in Switzerland, and places where like they're into this culture. It's a culture thing. It's like being into video games. If you're not into video games, you don't know about all the wonders that video games have or the money, you could make. If you're not into streaming, if you're not into so it's like we just happen to be in that world. So it's like we provide music for that world, and
That's
we click up with other NFT companies and we make music. They show us the artwork and then we make custom songs for their NFTs.
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's
So
good
it's like we
business
just keep
right there.
keep, keep moving.
In your
I
group,
mean,
is there one person that like does the business? You guys collectively kind of just work on your
AWOL
own.
does the art. Me and AWOL, Life Rexon, Sully do the music, and my boy Craig, he's the funder and actually he's the most involved because he's really into it more than us. He's really into NFT, so he's like the dude that's like he's such a ill collector. It's like this. It's like his collection is so dope. He supports everybody because the dude got dope. So he supports everybody's movement, and since he supports everybody's movement, everybody loves that fool. So when we do our movement, everybody in the movement is like, let's buy their shit too, because that guy
That's
buys all of our shit.
And
That's the
then
way
I
it is.
got a homie that's got some kind of connect with distribution in Africa with hip hop because they're really tapping in. This sister Chrissy
Yeah.
just says, y'all need to hook up with JT, the bigger figure, or Trapflix TV. His butt is in
Oh, JT, the
Nairobi.
bigger figure from the Bay, the old school rapper from the Bay.
Yeah, yeah. His butt is in Nairobi, Kenya, making moves. That's what she said.
JT, the bigger figure, was always one of those super hustlers, right? One of those Bay Area hustlers.
Yeah,
I
yeah. What is
remember
he doing
him.
out there, Chrissy? Hit us up. Let us know. That's interesting. Expanding
Yeah,
beyond these borders. She
word.
says he drops a lot of gems. I'm sure Tumex knows of him. Okay.
JT the Bigger Figure. Yeah, I heard of him. I remember him from the Bay.
I didn't really know
Yeah.
too many people from that area. I used
He
to
is
like that
specific.
mall
Yeah,
music.
he's from like the mid to late '90s. Yeah, I know JT the Bigger Figure.
I remember
He was
him.
one of the dudes. I think he's the guy that discovered the game.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah, because the game was discovered in the Bay. It was he discovered the game.
You
JT
said
the
that?
Bigger Figure. Yep, he discovered the game from what I remember.
Damn, you
Oh,
know
don't
him
play.
and Kanye are cousins. Did you know that?
Who?
Kanye and the game are cousins, like blood
Oh, I
cousins.
don't know. Well, that might explain why he helped him, I guess, right?
We keep that on the low though.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know. Oh, I don't. Man,
I
I
mean,
don't
who
care about
cares?
none
But
of
I'm
these lives. I don't
saying.
care about none of these dudes. Anybody that ain't my family, bro. I don't care about them. God bless them and shit. But but yeah.
Fascinating. And you have a book. I want to mention that. You have a
Oh
book of
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got a
poetry.
book. Shout out to Parker Pubs for helping me with that.
That's awesome.
Um, it's called Word Murder, and it's like a good representation of random rhyme. Everything I do is hella random. So it's about 75, 85 random songs, lyrics, and poems. He actually, besides actual songs, he went through my I used to write a lot of little poetry on Instagram. Like writing is an exercise. So I used to try to write 8 bars every day, even if it's not on a song. I'll just spit 8 bars on IG, even if it's like emo shit or whatever. And this guy combed through my IG and picked out a good like 20 of those
Freaking
and
dope.
put them in the book. And he's also he did the Micah 9 book. He's doing the
That's a
CVE book.
beautiful book. You guys have beautiful books. They're like
Dude, Micah 9's book is like, damn, that shit's like, I had somebody reading it. My eyesight's a little fucked up. I had a I had a my homegirl one night over here. I was showing it to her, and I was like, you know what? Today's the day you read this shit to me. And I just had her reading this shit to me, like part of it. So
I'm so
oh shit,
proud of you
so
guys. I got to get on my book game. My homeboy told me I should make a Watch 1965 book for
you
my.
should. I heard Raskaz has a book. I'm trying to
Does he?
get Raskaz's book. Yeah, I heard I need to get Raskaz had a book of rhymes and all kinds of story. That shit's dope. I
That
want to
is.
do another one.
We
I'm
all
already
should. We
thinking of
should
another
all
one.
get a book cracking. You
Th-
know his
Look,
sons are rappers. They're
we
dope
should
too.
all we should look, and going back to the Fela thing, we should all do it all. We just have to, like, if you feel like you're not being represented, you gotta just represent yourself, dude. Because right now, with your own cell phone, there's movies that are movies, like real movies that you go to the movie theater that are being shot on an iPhone. So
Yeah,
how
I know
the
about
fuck?
that.
I'm just saying, like, there you can do this.
Yo,
So
Tumex. That's what got me doing my Koala Harris stuff. I was like, what tired of waiting for not waiting, but trying to get in the game. And everybody was so sad about Mean Green dying. And I just
yeah,
wanted to make people laugh. Like people who know
dude,
me from the circle, they only know me for rapping or whatever. And then the
yeah.
black conscious folks only know me for like the conscious stuff. But then I'm like, I'm a fucking comedian. Like I'm an actress, and people didn't know that part of me except for my friends from back in my Hollywood days. And I just started
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
series myself with my iPhone.
That's what I'm saying, like,
Dude,
dude,
fuck
I talked to Mean Green 48 hours before he passed. In Mean
that.
Green tradition, he yelled at me for like 10, 15 minutes in Mean
Why?
Green fashion. He just yelled at me for 15 minutes,
Why was
like
he yelling
straight
at
up.
you?
Oh God, what was he yelling at me for?
You
Oh,
remember?
because I vended at his weed thing, right? And the next day I was like, yo, shout out to the we'll be at the Mean Green vending thing. That's a dope spot. And then I go, shout out to Taco Sesh, because I used to work for them. And they're another weed vending thing
Yeah,
in IE.
I've been in
Yeah,
Taco Fish.
and I guess I guess he's been at war with them forever, and so he fucking called me, was like, "Don't ever fucking put my name in Taco Sesh in the same breath. I'm fucking the OG. You never came to my, just dude. I know Mean Green since I was 16. He's just being Mean Green. He was like, you never fucking come to the fucking my session till right now, and I was like, fool, I lived in San Bernardino for 4 years, and I lost my leg, fool. I ain't been nowhere but San Bernardino for 4 years, man. I go, and Taco Sesh pays me. I go, dude, they pay me $350 a week for 3 years to host. I got love for them, fool. I'm sorry. They put money in my pocket for 3 years. So sorry that I mentioned them, and I didn't know you fucking hate them. And he yelled at me for 10 minutes, and then the last minute he goes, "It's all good, bro. All right, bro." And then I got off the phone like, fuck. I literally got off the phone like, fuck, man, what the fuck? And dude, 2 days later he passed. I was like,
That's
damn,
fucking
fucking
crazy.
pray.
We had
Yeah.
visited him. You know, he lived in Las Vegas, so we had visited
Yeah.
his
Oh,
big.
man, I know Mean Green since before I was rapping.
That's
He used
crazy.
to be the weed man on La Brea, right there in the cut. He was on La Brea between Adams and something right there. I forgot the street. But yeah, oh, I know Mean Green forever. Mean Green's like mid city,
I
almost
didn't know
like
he
to me.
was sick, man. We went to visit him.
Oh, I didn't know either. Yeah.
We went to visit him at his big ass. He had this huge, I don't know what you call it, warehouse
Hmm.
in downtown Las Vegas. Like, how did you do that? And
Well,
he had a
because you were doing the weed thing for 10 years when it was not popular. That's what made him mad. That's why he was bitter. I'll tell you, I know the story. Because he was always doing Seedless. Remember Seedless? And he
yes,
was always doing Seedless. That was his first, like a company that sponsored him. They sponsored him from being a rapper. And he ended up working with them. And that's how he really got in the game with them. And back then, he was like fighting to blow up on that, and it didn't really blow up. And then he finally blew himself up. You know what I mean? And so he's always mad, dude. Dude, the brother's name is Mean Green. You know, his brother's name is Mean. He was me. He yelled at me, dude. I was laughing. I love him, bro. But he just, when I got off the phone, I was like, "Fuck, man!" I go, "It's me, fool. It's Alex, fool. It's fucking me, dude. It's me, Alex from Mid City. Come on, man. Stop fucking yelling at me, bro." And he finally was like, all right, bro. Later. And I was like,
yeah.
"Fuck!" I even got off the phone like, "What the fuck?" Fucking Mean Green. Well, fuck you yell at me. I ain't talked to you in a couple
Yeah.
years.
But when
But
he
that
died,
his
when he
temper was
passed,
like that.
so it was a lot of sad people. So
Oh man,
that's
I had just been to his session the night before, so 3 days before he died, and I kicked it with fucking a Punish. Johnny was there, Punish, fucking all kind, and I was like, I hadn't seen Punish in a long. LA Cool was
I
there.
ain't punishing ever forever.
Yeah, he was there, and that's why I got his number. I was like, oh well, tell Mean Green that I fucking came to support, man. I just moved to Long Beach. And I just came to Long Beach, and I hadn't been vending in a while. And I was like, I'll start vending here because I was like, I used to vend in the IE. And I go, but I don't live there no more. I live here in LA, and I'll come support your shit. And he was just like, I don't know, it's just funny, but anyway,
That's crazy. So how did that affect? I mean, that had to have affected you because I know when I called
I mean,
Coolio the day
I
he
mean,
died,
I'm sad.
that
I
shit
mean, I'm
killed me.
just, dude. I mean, I don't, dude. It sucks. I don't know how to say it, but so many people around me pass away. My
Same.
best friend Memo died in my arms and shit. Like so many people. Ike from my band, Look Daggers. I mean, so many people, dude. And a lot of these cats, like Yusef Afloat, and like all these people, like Gaja. Dude, Gaja last show, he came and played my birthday. 2 weeks
Damn.
before Gaja passed, he rapped at my birthday. He like rapped it, and
You
it's
know he
like,
was sick.
dude, we're all sick.
I know.
Yeah, like we don't, we're not gonna be. Sometimes sometimes like I try not to post that I'm hurting. I try to laugh it off and shit. You know what I mean?
I get
I was
it.
just posting. Yeah, I try to laugh. I posted yesterday or 2 days ago, showing people how every fucking 2 days I got 4 needles get put in my arm for 4 hours, and how I just wanted to show. Sometimes I'd be like showing you like, fool, this is no joke. This shit fucking sucks. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we're not. I don't know. We're not about sympathy. What are you gonna do?
I need you to document that though, because people need to understand what's going on behind the scenes. Because I remember watching this interview you did or something, and you were like, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry if I didn't get back to doing that song for you on time." You know what I'm saying? He ain't even
Yeah.
knowing that you got your fucking leg cut off or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Nigga,
no. Well, what happened to me is a lot of that was my fault because I'm kind of a scatterbrain. I get high a lot. I'm a scatterbrain, and I get 80 to 100 DMs a day. So
damn.
sometimes your DMs, you get lost. The messages in the business get lost. Sometimes somebody PayPal's you for something, and if 2 3 days go by, I lost it. But what happened to me was I had an email previously. My email is like 2 megs, 2 megs, 2 megs. But before, I had an email called Sun Got Sons at Hotmail, and it got corrupted. And they got corrupted, and I got blocked out of it, and I could never access it again. And that shit had so much business on there that motherfuckers were like, "Yo, a year ago I paid you to do this thing," and and I had, I'm kind of a scatterbrain. I wasn't on top of it, so
Damn.
we have to be accountable for our faults.
Chrissy says you got to keep pressing and pushing.
Yeah, well, I try. I mean, I owe people some songs right now that I'm still lagging because, it's always something, dude. Life is
Life is a lie. It's a
it's
fucking roller
hard. No,
coaster ride.
well,
I'm
I
supposed
tell
to be
people
doing a
this.
song for Otherwise. I'm like a month behind. It's just
Let me tell you, this is art, right? What I'm giving you, this is what I tell dudes, and this is what I tell them to be patient, especially like young dudes. If it's an OG, like the other day, Blue, I did a song with Blue, and he was like, "Yo, dude, it's been 3 weeks," and he's like, "I'm booking you a studio session," and he made like booked a session. I had to go do it. But other dudes, I'd be like, "Yo, understand that what I'm giving you a piece of the tapestry of my body of work for fucking $300 or $500. So if it's gonna take a couple months, it's gonna take a couple months, homie, because I'm giving you a piece of the tapestry of my life's work. I'm selling myself short, so just be patient. That shit might take, me and Zagu, me and people like Zagu Brown, me and other rappers. Sometimes it took us 5 years to make a song. I remember
so
me and
I
Zagu like,
shouldn't feel
let's
bad
do a
then.
song, let's
I
do a
thought it was just
song.
me. I thought it was just me. It's
No,
not just
I would
me.
be like that and be like, there's people that we're like, damn, finally we're getting together to do a song like 9 years later. We've been saying that shit for 9 years. Niggas ain't even hot no more. Nobody's hot no more. We're like, damn. You want to hear the funniest shit? Will I Am from the Black Eyed Peas just made a song with me and it's banging, right? That shit ain't gonna help me nothing. You know what I mean? It's like 2022. Like I'm gonna put it out and it's banging. But if I had that song 15 years ago,
It
I'd
would have
be
been
on top of the game.
right.
You know what I mean? So it's like funny shit with the cosigns. There's some funny shit with that.
I get it.
So,
I get it. And that's why I was proud of Volume 10 while we were here because that brother banged out 3 albums in the last three,
oh,
four
I love
years.
I love Dino, man. I just heard a song he did that he had did with Be Real. That's hard.
Yes.
That Easy E shit. I'm
Hmm.
on the Easy E bloodline.
That's one of
I
my
only
favorites.
knew my daddy one time. That shit was hard. AWOL played
That
that for
whole
me.
album, shout out Volume 10, that whole Brain Damage album is fucking a classic.
Oh, I
All
be
three of
telling people
these
about
last
hip
three
hop
albums
all
are
the time.
classics.
I
These
be
last three
telling
albums.
people about. Oh yeah, I tell people about hip hop all the time. I was
Hip hop
always.
is
I'm
an
always
OG
quoting.
classic. But look,
I'm always
he did
quoting that
that
album.
album back in like 92, 93, bro. He ain't did
Yeah.
well, he did some songs. He did do Pawn Shop. People love Pawn Shop.
Oh yeah.
Um and
I like the first. I just like hip hop. I like Chicks and Hoes and Firstborn and
oh yeah. Yeah.
Glowwood and all that kind of
So
shit.
it's yeah, that's the classic shit.
Yeah.
But Brain
I gotta. I was gonna tell you. I gotta get off in a little bit because I got a text that some people are walking in the door in a few minutes.
Yeah.
They're
Sure.
oh no, oh no, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. I'm
Oh
thankful
yeah,
to
we still got
whatever
time. Oh
time
no,
you're
we still
willing
got time.
the time you're willing
I thought I said they were walking up, but they said we'll be walking up in 15 minutes. So we're good.
okay.
15
I'm
minutes.
thankful for all of this. I'm glad to still know you after all these years, and just really
Oh
still
man,
get to know you.
you guys. It's all love, dude. Like it's all
I think I
like
will
I
go to
said.
the boat now. I wasn't gonna go to the anniversary necessarily. Ab hit me up
Where
today.
do you guys live? Because you guys live far away. Where do you guys live now?
I'm in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's why I can understand. Yeah, I mean,
Abstract
yeah,
Dude hit me up today to say, "Are you coming? You come to the thing?" And I'm glad he did because I was kind of a little salty, a little, but
yeah. Ab hit me up. He's the one that hit me up, and he's like, "You want to play again?" And I was like, "I don't want to play, but I'll go." And he was like, "You're gonna play." I was like, "All right, whatever." I was like, "Can y'all give me a shirt one year?"
can I be on the shirt one year?
Oh, see, you're fighting to get on the shirt.
Well,
You're fighting to
there's
get
some
on the
years
shirt. I'm like, "Can I get it?" I'm like,
I'm
"Can I
on
get
it
a
some
shirt?"
years. Some years he takes me off, and then he told me it's because of the algorithm
I love
bullshit.
it. I love it. No, I'd be every year. I'd be like, "Can I get a poster?" Like, I just want the poster. All I want is the poster and shit. So hopefully this year I get the poster and shit.
He's like the cousin I never had. He really is like a cousin. He really is.
Word, word. So yeah, but it's all love, man. I appreciate. Look, I'm ever so grateful to be part of this family, and to be accepted by these people. Because honestly, these people have provided me a livelihood. The
Yes.
scene, the crew, all the OGs, whether they know it or not, the Medusas and the Volume 10s and the
Oh,
Freestyle 55,
much love and
they,
respect
they
to all
provided,
of
they
them.
provided, they, all of them, homie, Born Allah, all of them, Charlie
All
Tuna,
of
all
them.
of them,
E-Rule,
JMD, E-Rule, fucking CVE,
Good
fucking,
Government.
Funky Trend, all of
Oh
them.
my God.
They provided a livelihood for me. They gave me a way to make a living because of
How
them.
about they kept me sane? Like when my daddy was dying, that's why I started going to the Good
Yeah,
Life in 93 because my father was dying and he died. And then going to Lamert and that whole thing was just that kept my sanity. They kept my
yeah,
sanity,
I
you
could
know.
imagine.
Stilo,
Yeah,
shout out Ahmad. Um, just
yeah.
know
I went to high school with Ahmad. Yeah.
did you? I reached out to him. He's working on a documentary right now
Yeah.
too.
Dude. I When I first started rapping, I went to Pali with him and Will I Am. When I first started rapping, I wasn't even brave enough to have my raps memorized. I would have my raps on a paper, and then I'd be like, Ahmad, can I read this for you? And then I would read him the rap off my paper, and he'd be like, there, yeah, you're getting there. Keep it up. Swear to God. In like 12th grade.
Now this person, Nancy Johnson says, "Do you remember Ron Jones?"
Ron Jones. Ah, ask him.
From
Give me a
where,
little more
Nancy?
detail
From
about
where?
him.
High
I do
school?
remember a dude name. I do remember the name, but I'm like, from where though?
Yeah,
Ron
like
Jones.
yeah.
Ron.
Give us some
Ron.
context. Was it a Good Life Blow, the bus, La Brea? Uh,
I know a couple of Rons. I'm trying to think of Ron Hill. No, Ron Hill. Ron Jones. Ballistics. I'm trying to
Nancy, you
think.
got to give us more info.
Yeah,
Type in.
give me one more thing about him that maybe we could know about him.
Well, when I come out there, I want to visit with you and have some good
Yeah,
food.
let me know. I'm in Long Beach and shit. So yeah,
I'm
let
gonna
me know.
come out there for the Blowed anniversary, so it'll be around then.
Yeah, I'll be there. No, I'll be there with Pablo and shit. Just come up and say what's. I'm sure it's gonna. I hate Los Globos, so it's gonna be dark.
Those
So just
Globos is
find me.
just, yeah, yeah.
It's it's a dark. Yeah. Well, look. Before, when you're not handicapped, you don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Ever since I got handicapped, now I'm like, where is there a ramp?
Because of
Like when
those
you're not
stairs,
handicapped.
right? Those
Yeah.
stairs.
Yeah. Exactly. But what I'm saying is like when you're not handicapped, you could care less. And then when it gets thrust upon you, now I'm like, I'd be at venues like, why the fuck is it there? Like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot now. You know what I mean?
She says
I
from
yelled
Rose
at somebody the other day. I yelled at somebody the other day because they booked me for a show and it was like hella hard stage to get on. And I was like, dude, you're booking me. Can you fucking pay attention? I was like that. I was like, God. But it only when it's thrust upon you. So, it's humbling and shit.
Nancy Johnson says from Rose Records.
Rose Records. Ron Johnson. Damn. Rose. Damn, that sounds like some old LA shit. I'm trying to think of where. Ron Johnson. Rose.
I want to
Hmm.
shout out Akil and all the brothers from Jurassic 5
I
too.
got,
George.
yeah, I'd have to see his face, but yeah, the name Ron Jones sounds familiar. Rose Records, I'm thinking, because there was a whole bunch of other
What era,
groups.
Nancy? What era?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
93, 97, 2000. This man has lived a bunch of lives.
No, but I know the name I remember, but I don't know about Rose Records. I'm trying to think.
Ron Johnson.
Ron Johnson.
That's such a regular name too. Like
No, no, but it sounds like somebody that worked at a record label. It's funny that she said Rose Records. I'm like, sounds like a
Altadena.
record.
She said Altadena. He
Altadena.
owned Rose
Okay.
Records.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Let's see. Altadena. Now we're getting there somewhere.
What years,
Altadena.
Nancy?
So then it would be if it was Altadena, Pasadena area, maybe it had some dudes that had to do with the backside records and shit. Like that, those are the shit over there. And I don't know, maybe I'd have to piece it together. I gotta see the dude's
He was a
face.
musical genius.
Yeah? Oh wow.
Okay.
Well, maybe. Hey,
Little pop
send me
in
a link.
your
Hey, send me a link so I can see what it is, because then I'll probably see his face. People
head.
all the time tell me like, so and so, and I'll be like, no. And then I see their face, I'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good at names. That's why everybody's brother and sister. What's up, brother? Hey, sister. I'm
Oh,
good
well,
at
fool be like, yo, people be like, David? I'm like, yeah, I know like 19 Davids.
that. I do actually know
Yeah.
about 19. My
But
cousin Dave.
but if he's on YouTube, I'll punch him up. Rose
Yeah.
Records.
Okay.
Sounds like I'll punch it up. But
I'm so thankful for this interview, and I wanted to
Yeah.
throw your roses out there. I know I didn't even play your videos. I just didn't want to burn time even doing that. I just wanted to.
Oh no, you're good. Just let me know where this going to be uploaded, or somewhere I can show people a
It's
link so
gonna
they
be
can
on
see it
YouTube.
later.
It's gonna be on YouTube,
Oh,
Twitch,
perfect.
Twitter.
The moment it's on YouTube, send it to me so I can
I'm
blow
gonna
it
put
up.
it on. It's on YouTube right now. It's about to, it's
Oh,
live.
it's
So
live on YouTube. Yeah. Okay.
we're on Facebook right now. We're on Twitter. I mean Twitch and LinkedIn
Okay.
right now, live.
Okay. Well,
And
after I get off of it, I'll replay it for the people that I
I'll
catch
send you.
live.
Oh yeah. You know what? I need your phone number. I don't even have your number. I just have your Instagram. Dino has your
Okay.
number, but he's not here. So
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Tell him I said what up too.
for sure,
I
for
was
sure.
just thinking about him today too.
He
I was
might be
thinking
watching.
of Tricks and Hoes, the song.
Dino is volume 10, by the way, you guys. So you
Oh yeah,
know.
Volume 10. Oh
My
yeah, I was
husband.
just thinking. I always quote all of his songs. I'm always like, I was walking around today going, "Call me superstitious because I'd never be fucking the bitches,"
And you know
or
what?
some shit.
His songs pop in my head throughout the day too.
Yeah,
So
that one pops in my head. Uh, oh yeah, Firstborn pops in my head. There's like
oh
little
yeah,
lines.
I wanted to play that heavenly piece for you just so you can hear your name.
Oh,
Alejandro.
oh,
Just
that's what's up. Oh
give you a
yeah,
shout out because he was worried about you when that, when you had that health scare,
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. No,
so
yeah,
he was
I'm
like, "Oh my
happy.
God." He
I'm
doesn't
happy
show
to be
all his
okay.
emotions all the time, but yeah, he was worried about the big homie right here. He was worried about you. So
We're yeah, we got love for him.
can you hear it?
I'm listening to yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard it before.
No, I didn't.
The second in
This
my
is a song he
stomach.
let me be on
The
too.
well gon' run it, the vomit, the no timing, the ears limit, the world alignment with no violence, to stay silent unless you won't balance. The racket silence, the profiles, the smiling in my fucking face, the protectors, the ones that blitz us. Give me a million witches, black queens, Elohims, witch doctors, the guys live proper. I ain't got the five picture, the full picture in the split, the relevant, the real relevant. Switch the long list, the pulpits, the death wishes, the fuck snitches and hoes. The I slept as they rose, the treachery grows. Night show set flame to the barrels. Like a Latin in the flesh, I'm a honcho.
Hey.
And Dr. Octagon, bust the mask. Oh,
That was it.
nothing more you can
Lift it up in there.
to me. You open my eyes, no surprise. I'm heavenly torn by the blood and the eyes on me. No, get around this. No, getting around this. Heavenly.
Hot Shepshire, calling on the Shepshire, Neptune, clanging on the metal mental left hooks, peppering all the meteoric metric batones. The bones, YHW drone, massive blast of clowns. Grabbing on the obligurn alarm noise, I voice info and four lymph nodes and more. Water doesn't have a choice in the matter no more. I said water doesn't have a choice no more. What are you waiting for? Stars are full form, time and effort the norm. Hospital harm been farmed, baffles that folks tackle with separating what is known from what is shown. Mind blow, trigger your zone and watch your tone. Long gone, I click long on a job on a pity pat to all natural law. Sit and clip and clap to spin to attack that even the wrong do this, then it's gone, they life song.
There's nothing more you can do to me. Yo.
Okay. But Alejandro, I want you to hear that part.
Yeah, that's just
Alejandro.
dope. Yeah, that's just dope. I never heard that.
Bitches in
Oh
house,
yeah.
the I slept as they rose,
Oh,
the
here,
treachery
let's hear that
grows. Night show set flame to the barrels. Like a Latin in the flesh, I'm a honcho. I'm Dr.
Ah,
Dope, dope, dope,
Alejandro.
dope.
Because I was like, what are you saying right there? He was like, oh, I'm saying like a prayer shout out to my boy Tumex.
That's what's up. Hell yeah,
And
that's dope. Oh man, that's love. I didn't even know.
yeah,
That made my night.
he blessed me up. He allowed me to be on 4 songs on his album Akhenaten. So that's one of them.
Shit, y'all married. You better be on all them songs now if you're making your artist too. Shit,
Somebody said that it
that's
seemed I
called
did.
blind. Y'all should make records together. Y'all should make like a whole
I've been
couple
telling
record.
him that. I've been
Y'all
telling
should
him.
make a couples record just for y'all.
He told me I got to bring out my another album on my own first.
Oh
So
God, he's trying to make you earn your stripes and shit. You're like, motherfucker, I'm married to you, fool. I earn my stripes.
I
I
bring your
fucking
plate,
I'm here with you every day, homie.
bring
Yeah,
your food, bruh.
that's funny. Hey, tell him I said what up though. That sounds like Dino. Tell him I
Yeah,
said what up though.
for sure.
And
Well,
yo, I appreciate it. So yeah, send me that link. I gotta dip out because I got
yes,
these
sir.
fools.
I'm gonna
And see,
Instagram.
I live on a block. I live on a block with no lights, and these fools. I've never been.
I
Yo.
got you. I'm a IG you, and you IG me your phone number so I can
Oh
just.
yeah, of course. I'll send it to you right now in a few
All
minutes.
right.
Yeah, I got you.
And much love
Thank
to you.
you. Hey, thank you to everybody that was tuning in too. Come in.
Y'all get his 27 albums and his book. Okay, he's amazing. It's
Oh
amazing.
yeah, yeah. You know, my shit's on all streaming
Oh,
platforms and
you
shit.
know what? Wait, one last question. One last
Yeah,
question.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
ever
what up?
work with did you ever work with Ralph M or the Mexicans or any other Latino
I worked
creators?
with I never worked with Ralph M from Funk Dubious, but we did work with the Mexicans. We actually did a B side with the Mexicans of Mexican descent
Mhm.
and the Mexicans, produced by DJ. Remember DJ
No, I mean I
from
might.
Funky Trend? From Funky Trend,
Oh shit. Oh God, you
DJ.
throwing names out there. I ain't heard in a minute.
So DJ made a beat for OMD and the Mexicans, but I think it was on Motown, but I don't think they put it out because they didn't want us blowing the homies off the song and shit. You know,
Probably.
type
I just
shit.
think
You know.
that the importance of having Latino and Black rappers knowing that we all
Oh,
intermingle through our thizzle is important. And because the climate of LA is trying to keep us divided, and we need to know, y'all, everybody needs to know that's false. That's
Oh
false.
no, we're all. I mean, dude, I mean, that's the whole point of our crew, is like unity. Like, I mean, the aspect is like
Period.
that. That's why we can't. That's why we can't be beat. We're blessed like this.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
all. And on
we're
that note,
good.
okay, and much love to you.
Thank you to everybody that tunes in. All right, thank you. I'll catch you next time.
See you in like 2
All right,
weeks.
all right. Peace.
Peace. Thank you.
Yep.
That was a very, very wonderful interview because I really respect that brother so much. And he's a very important and historical figure to LA music, even now, like especially right now, but definitely in his heyday. And thank you guys for tuning in. And I hope that you tune in more and we'll have more artists. Like we're doing this every week. So I was trying to do it on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but a sister is tired. Okay. But winter Christmas break is popping up. So I'll be interviewing more people. And thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And his positive attitude is a beautiful thing because he's had a lot of health issues and health scares, and it makes you really appreciate life. It makes you throw away beefs, don't even have beefs. Like, what's the point? And just appreciate every freaking day as if it's your last one, man, because could be, you know. All right. So on that note, thank you. I'm gonna try to post this on Instagram on my Tamiko show. I've been having difficulty posting my other um interviews, but I'm gonna try. If not, it's here on YouTube. It's also on Twitch. It'll be on Facebook and Twitter. All right, and that's it. All right, y'all. Much love. Much love. Do y'all have any questions? Did y'all have any last questions? Let me get. You guys are really participating, and I appreciate that. You don't do IG, Eric. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I just got on IG like within the last 2-3 years because I just didn't give a shit about IG. But now I see, that's where a lot of folks are, and I want to reach everybody, and I want to reach as many people as I can. So that's it. Thank you, and thank you for listening to that song, Heavenly. All right, peace. I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, thank you.